Hey everyone, this is Sumit, and in the last video we have discussed about templates, and in this video we are going to discuss about models. So without wasting time, let's get started. I'm going to use this base.html inside our result. So firstly I want to make this title dynamic, and then we will use inside our results. So let's remove this and make it dynamic by using the curly braces inside and inside the curly braces to percentage sign, and then block title. You can use number of blocks according to your choice, but you cannot use the two same blocks inside a one page, so take care of this. So I'm going to end this, and now here we can use the title. So let's save it, and in the results.py, firstly I want to remove this. Now I'm going to remove the head parts and use the title block, block title, and then block content. So as you can see here, I have used block title, and the block title is result, and then I have ended it, and now I'm going to end the block content. So simply save. Actually I have changed the home.html. You can pause and check it. I have used here two name, that is I'm going to take input a fruit name and the color of the fruit. So here I'm going to take the input from the home.html by using post method. And now what we are going to do, now I'm going to send the data inside our results.html, that is a fruit name and the color, by using a local method that will create automatically create dictionary. But there is problem with this function, that is it will create all the local variables. It will create dictionary of all the local variables, and including the request object, because we are using the request object here. And the second is will increase the runtime. So these are some disadvantages of local function. If you don't want these, so you can manually create your dictionary. Now let's try to run it. cd a, and then I'm using here shortcut keys. You can also use. You should have to check the special keys from the up right corner through three dots inside our terminal. So you can see here we have got two fields here, and now I'm going to enter the fruit name. Let's say anything here, and okay, we got an CSRF error because we didn't use there. So we have to use CSRF underscore token. And now let's try again. Okay, now actually we are sending the data, that is fruit name and the color. So I'm going to use here fruit name and the color, so that will print the data. Here we will get our entered data. So now let's run it. Okay, now let's refresh. Let's enter apple and red. So now we got apple and red, but we, if go back and enter the next data, we will get only the next data. We will not get the apple and red again. So now we are going to discuss about the database, and then we will get the previous data also. So let's go back. To communicate with the database, we do not have to run this SQL commands here. We just have to make the class, and the name of the class will be the name of the table, and the uh, variables inside this class will be the name of the column. So I'm going to take here fruit, and the first column will be fruit name. But before, we have to do one more thing, that is we have to use the model as a parents class. So now we are going to use here models dot model, and that's it. So now here we have to use the field type. So there are lots of fields inside the models. So we are going to talk about character fields here, and then in the next video we will talk about image field, because it is a exceptional case. So and the other fields are same as character field, and you can google it. There are lots of fields, and you can use something like integer field, url field, and some other field. So I'm going to use here fruit color will be also a character field, and maximum length will be 33. Let's save it, and now we will send the data from our home.html. So let's move inside our views.py. To make an object of fruit class, we have to firstly import it, and now we will make an object of our fruit class. So let's go down, and I'm going to take a here fruit underscore a, and then here we have to use the fruit class. So here is class fruit. Now let's take fruit, and inside it we have to define two more variable, that is fruit name and the color. So fruit name will be fruit name, because we have taken, we will take fruit name inside our fruit name, and the color is color equal to color. So it will send the data inside models, and models will send the data inside our tables. So to save the data, we just have to run one simple command, that is fruit underscore a and save. That means object dot save. But how will we able to know that it is working or not? So that's why we are going to fetch all the data from the tables. So to fetch the data, we have just run the simple command, that is firstly I'm going to take all the data inside our fruits variable, and after that we have just to give the name of the class in which we are, or a name of the table, then object, and then we are going to put all the data from the table. So we are using here all. Instead of all, we can also use here filter and some different things. We will talk about these later in the later video, because it can create confusion here. So let's locals. I will send the data using locals here. So let's save it, and now inside our results I'm going to use here for loop, because we are fetching all the data and we will print all the data one by one. So let's for I in fruits, because we have stored all the data inside our fruits. And now here I will print I, and that's all. Let's save it. Now it's time to run the command, but before we have to do one more thing, that is we have to create the tables inside our database. To create the table, we just have to run one simple command. So let's go in the terminal. We are doing this because it will handle all your SQL commands, and that is something like updating, deleting, and many more. So to do this, we have to run one command, that is manage.py, and then make migrations. So let's python manage.py make migration and then run. Okay, we got an error, no module name found. Before this, we have to do one more thing, that we have to install our app inside Django. That is our app name, that is home, which is an app. So home.apps, and dot we have to give one thing, that is the name of the app which we have inside our apps.py. You can see here that is home.config. We have to pass after the apps. Okay, let's paste it, and now the job is done. So I'm going to save it, and now I'm going to show you the migration folder in which we will get the migration file here after some time. Basically, migration file control the versions of different versions of models.py. So now let's run the command cda and then python manage.py make migration. Okay, we got another error in the length. Okay, let's go back in beach.py. Okay, here is a spelling mistake, so that's my fault. Okay, it is length. Here is also. Now let's save it and run again. Okay, we got another error, no module name models from models import stack. So here we have to specify from where we are importing it. So I'm importing from the same directory, that's why we have to put dot models. Now run again. And now we have successfully created the file create model fruit. Now let's check, and here you can see the initial.py and the code is 0001 that we will use. Now let's open from the Pydroid3. Now let's open. I'll show you what is inside it. As you can see here, we have got a name of the name is fruit and fruit name and color, and we got one additional thing, that is id, which is auto increment. And so now we have to do one more thing, that is we have to create the we have to create the tables inside our database using this migration file. So let me quickly do this. We have to run this command, that is sqlmigrate, and then the name of your app, and then the number of your file, that is 0001. Here you can see it before initial.py. Now run again. Okay, we got an error, can't open file manage.py. Okay, I have forgot to go inside our folder, then we have to run the command, that is python manage.py and sqlmigrate home 001. Now you can see here we have successfully created a table name home underscore fruit with id integer not null primary key auto increment, and the field fruit name varchar 33 not null, color varchar 33 not null, and we have committed it. Now we have to do one more thing, one last thing, that is we have to migrate these things to something like to connect the our file with the database. So before this I'm going to show you number of commands using the help command. See, here you can see we have used sql migrate and run server and so many, and here we are going to use migrate command, python manage.py and simply migrate. Actually these are only three commands that we have to use here to migrate our files before using database. Here you can see lots of OKs because it has created lots of tables except our table that we have created using the class. So let's run the server and check it's working or not. So let's go on browser and put something like apple and red. Okay, we got an error. Actually we got an error because it's not object, it's objects. So let's go inside our views.py and its objects, and let's save it and run again. Let's enter again apple and red. Let's save it. Okay, we have forgot n4, so let's go back and correct it. Okay, inside of Jinja code we have to pass n4, and now run the command again. So let's enter apple red and then hit the submit button. Okay, we got an one more error, that is inside locals. Okay, let's check it. Okay, here I have forgot to put the round brackets. So now let's save it and run again. Actually it's normal to get error. So now let's run the command again. Okay, now let's go back and enter again apple and red and hit the submit button. So here we got four objects because we have already entered 4 times. So now we got rows of table, so we have to what can we say, we have to convert it into our format, that is fruit name and then color. So let's go inside our results.html, and here we have to use i.fruitname and i.color. So let's copy it and paste again, and here we have to use i.fruitname and then i.color. Now the job is done, and let's save it and run the command again. Okay, Let's refresh it. Let's say banana, and the banana color of the banana is yellow. Hit the submit button, and here you can see we got apple red, and in the last we got banana. Let's refresh it and enter something like fruit, not fruit is not available, and the color will be none. Hit the submit button, and you can see here the results. I don't know why I'm getting twice. Okay, now let's refresh it. Confirm from resubmission. Okay, let's continue. Now we got thrice. Okay, that was the refresh error. That means it also inserting the data after refreshing inside our database. So that was the issue. Now it's time to use one more table here, that is a user table. Now let's run the command python manage.py and create Superuser. That will help us to log in the admin page. So let's create here, leave blank to use that. No, I'm going to use Sumit here. And now the email, it's not a real project, so let's say sumitdhakar@gmail.com. And now it's time to set a password. That will be 1234, and now again 1234. So we got three warnings, that is password is too short, too common, and entirely numerical. So I'm going to hit Y. Super created successfully. Created. Now let's run the command again, that is python manage.py run server. Go back into the browser. Let's say admin after the localhost, okay, using slash. Now let's enter our username that we have created yet, that is Sumit, small letter, and the password will be 1234. Now let's log in, and here you can see our user table. Now refresh it again, because we didn't get the fruit table here. I don't know why. I think there is some issue with this. Okay, I will fix this, but before, let's check out this admin page. Here you can see we have entered Sumit's email address. We didn't give first name and last name. Okay, we can add our user from here and can do so many things. I think you have to check out this page and do something from here and explore this. Now I'm going to use one more user here, that is same. Let's say password will be, okay, 1234. Let's say no, same 1234. Okay, please correct the error. The password too short, it must contain 8 character. You cannot use short password here. We have to follow the rules here. So let's say same 12345678. Okay, now enter the password again, and then save it. Now the user same is added successfully. You can add here the first name, last name, email, and so more from here. So let's say that is same, and then last name say Jam, and email will be samejam@gmail.com. You can see the active, the user is active. That means you can log in from anywhere. No, it means if the user is active, that means user can log in. It is something like we if we disable this, user cannot log in from anywhere. It is a status. That means you can log in from the admin page if the staff status is on, and the super user is that can do anything. If we'll refresh it and let's say admin, you can see the actions, recent actions, our recent section. And if we will log out and log in using the same id, so let's check out, login again using same. So we are going to check what will we get. Let's log in, and here you can see we did not get anything because Sam is not a super user. So I think you have to check this and explore this, and if you will get any doubt related to this, you can ask in the comment box. I'm always here to give your answer. So let's come back and log in again with our username. Okay, let's refresh it, but after that we are not getting our fruit table. I don't know why I'm not getting the table. I will tell you in the next video, because it is very useful. I want to tell you how to insert the data from the admin page, and we will explore the admin page in the next video, and also I will show you how to use regular expressions inside our URLs. That will be more useful. Okay, we will check out in the next video. So don't forget to like, comment and share, and thank you for watching this video.